Chef, kamusta? Saan ka ba pupunta?
Well, I'm scheduled to go to Eastwood today.
Okay.
Do a shoot with the Mega World para sa I think video to show people na it's safe to dine in now in restaurants.
Oo. Yes. And sige. So we'll have a discussion. We just tried the Mongolian kit, no? And it was actually really good. And I know you have a lot of ideas also. So let's start this discussion.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for here talking to us. And thank you for
All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Chef
Hello.
Kel. And good
Afternoon.
afternoon to those watching in the replay or watching live now. You can join our discussion with Chef Kel by putting your questions, comments, suggestions in the comment section below. And welcome, Chef Kel. Maybe can you share with us, kamusta ba yung during the quarantine? Ano bang pinagagawa mo? And then maybe we'll segue to the Mongolian Bowl. Paano ba na conceptualize yan?
All right. So simula nung nag-quarantine, we just closed down the restaurants and it's tough. It's very tough. Stressful and first time na nangyari siya eh. So I don't know how to put it into words. But the silver lining lang in all of this is that I get to spend time with my family, with my wife. More time, like 24/7 magkasama kami. So yun lang yung silver lining. But other than that, preparing to pivot or on how to operate with this new normal thing.
All right. And I guess one of the things na magandang nagawa, yung Mongolian kit, di ba? I think it's really hot during the Father's Day celebration. How did you guys think about that? Ang daming ingredients. I know a lot of people try to do it also. Parang ang hirap. Paano yun na-conceptualize?
Well, Bad Bowl kasi is a Mongolian buffet restaurant. Now, since the guidelines to operate for the quarantine period is that we cannot open kasi buffet kami. So we have to, find a way to at least have a business or at least make the people try our food. So isip kami mabuti, catering is the closest thing to having the Mongolian kasi in the safety of your home. So nag-isip kami ng way na para ma-enjoy niya rin yung Mongolian na madali, na very convenient, and as we all know, everyone is doing their own online business, selling food. So mahirap din to penetrate the market. So inisip namin, why not target the families who can enjoy the Mongolian bowls at the same time make it very interactive. Merong piece doon, merong concept doon na fun siya and at the same time na pwedeng lutuin ng buong pamilya. So doon namin naisip siya. So lagay namin yung cooked rice, lagay namin yung excuse me, yung mga meat, yung mga vegetables, and we made sure na kahit paano lutuin ng sino man, whether amateur, cook, yaya, hindi marunong magluto, first time magluto, expert, pag niluto niyo yung bad bowl is perfect siya. So yun yung make sure namin. So we did a lot of tests in terms of cooking it, the sauce, the sweetness, the saltiness, the savoriness of everything. So ayun. So yun yung bad bowl experience. We call that the customizable.
Okay. So, kamusta naman? What's the feedback so far during the
Well,
during the Father?
very nice. Up until now, our phone lines are busy. Ever since nung nilaunch namin siya, we gave out also some items for people to see na this is easy. We sent over to you guys. We sent some to our friends, the chefs, para makita nila kung paano rin lutuin. At the same time, we can share our food kasi food is meant to be shared.
Oo. So, is that ano ba? Are you planning other kits or it's concentrated lang on the Mongolian barbecue? Mongolian bowl.
Well, for now, this is one of the four parts we will be launching for Bad Bowl. Ito yung unang-una, ito yung customizable kits, ito yung cook at home. Now,
Mhm.
by in a few days, maglo-launch kami ng cook na. Kasi like usually kasi yung mga binibenta or what people are selling in online, good for 1 to 2 people lang. Etong customizable kasi 4 to 6. So now, in a few days, we will be launching the good for 1 to 2 persons na cook na siya. So, mainit. You can enjoy it. Really hot, but within the area lang ng QC. Um, and then, the next step is we will be selling our sauces and our frozen marinated meats and proteins.
Oo. Yes. Oo. Okay yung nga yung sauce eh. Under Bad Bowl pa rin lahat or Chef Kel
Yes.
na? Bad Bowl
Under
lahat.
Bad Bowl pa rin, yes. So what I've been doing is that each and every restaurant, kinokompleto namin yung, paano ba? Kinokompleto namin yung pwede naming mabenta.
Oo.
Paano ma-enjoy ng people yung food namin inside the safety of their own houses. So si Bad Bowl, gumawa kami ng kits, gumawa kami ng ready to eat, gagawa kami ng sauces and frozen meats. Other restaurants, we will be doing that as well. Also with the other concepts na yung ginagawa ngayon with the ghost kitchens, with the cloud kitchens, that we,
Mhm.
we cater to different markets and having the same kitchen. I think that's the only thing that we could do now. Hopefully,
Pero
very
chef,
very hopeful. Hello.
paano yung buffet? Do you think magbubukas ba ang buffet na concept or you change the concept of the Mongolian totally?
Well, for now, we recently opened last Monday, for dine-in 30%. Hindi na siya buffet na the guests will be getting their own food. We will be doing it in terms of checklist. So pag upo ng guest sa table, check lang nila kung ano yung mga gusto nila inside their Mongolian, and then we will be cooking it for you, and then order all you can na lang. So,
Wow.
reformatted buffet, parang eat all you can. We're open na,
Oo.
by the way, 30%
Mag
dining in Robinson's Magnolia.
magkano ang Bad Bowl ba? Magkano ang pricing mo? The same lang dati
So,
or did you change it?
kasi nung inabutan kami, we just recently opened. So nag-introductory price kami ng 450. Right now, nasa 550 na kami for dine-in. That's order all you can.
Wow, talaga? Walang time
Yes.
limit? Wala rin time limit?
Um, Meron naman, 3 hours. I think nasa second hour pa lang, medyo stuffed ka na. That comes with a free soup and a free dessert.
Okay. All right. Kamusta naman the other restaurants? Maybe I think the Bad Bowl concept would really work out. How's the other restaurants?
The other restaurants like Locavor, we're open now, dine in, 30% capacity. We are also available for online orders and takeouts. We're now slowly going to the next phase, which is we will be selling our kits so that they may enjoy our sizzling sinigang in their home, na hot
So
and
you
piping
cook
and
it or
crispy.
you cook it your
Yes.
own?
Yes,
Wow.
we will be launching that. So we're doing R&D processes now. We're testing it para they can enjoy it kung paano nila nalalasahan inside the restaurant sa bahay nila. So it's a
Wow.
process eh. Medyo mahirap, maraming calibrations sa recipe, sa food, just to
Mm-mm.
ensure na you get what you're paying for.
Okay. Kamusta naman chef yung dine-in? Kasi syempre there's I keep on discussing it also in the site. There's this group of people who are okay to dine in as long as it's safe. There's this group of people who would stay at home until a vaccine is discovered. What do you think about the dine-in in the Philippines?
Well, I've been also talking to people if they're comfortable going out and eating out. it's still a 50-50 eh. Syempre, as restaurant operators and as a chef, gusto namin na to bring back yung feel, yung vibe ng eating out in restaurants because for me, naging lifestyle ko kasi yan, not just my work eh. Iba pa rin yung feeling na kumakain ka ng restaurant food eh. So, um, I guess people are really cautious. We can't really say anything bad about it because that's for their own safety. We're just hopeful and at least ang pinaka magagawa namin as restaurateurs or operators is that we can show you that if you ever decide to dine in inside our restaurant, you're very very safe. So merong protocols in place from the moment of entry pa lang, may mga protocols na. So yun yung very very important right now. We can always be hopeful in this very stressful situation.
All right. And I know you're one of the movers in Poblacion. What do you think is the future of Poblacion now?
Well, the before pre-COVID, Poblacion was the place to be. We invested a lot on the place. We recently opened our restaurant and bar there, Kampay. Um, but the situation, it's very very hard because we can't open because mainly we're bars. So ngayon ko lang nakita ulit na tahimik yung poblasyon. Very very peaceful and very very quiet. Hopefully maraming industry leaders, yung mga um our partners in Nukal, the industry leaders sa bar, nag-iisip sila na ngayon ng way how to operate without adding on to the problem. Iniisip nila kung paano magiging safe yung social drinking, social eating, because ingrained na kasi yung social activities sa tao. So my place lang is that we wait for the industry leaders to think of a way and then tulungan kami yun ang maganda kasi sa poblasyon eh, pre-COVID or COVID times, nagtutulungan, we share ideas, we share kung anong pwede natin gawin para lang mabuhay yung place just to survive this thing. So,
Oo. Pero what's the path forward for the bars? What do you think how would it work?
well, syempre, just like restaurants, safety protocols should be in place. The social distancing, sanitation. It's just hard to enjoy your alcohol, wherein yung kausap mo is a meter apart. Um, I'm just really hopeful that we get the vaccine already and we can resume back to normal and it's really hard. So yun pa lang, nandun pa lang yung up for discussion. Very very raw pa yung mga information and ideas kasi very contradicting. But we're hopeful.
Uh,
I
that's
think
good.
given in a few weeks baka meron ng mga magbubukas niyan. Not as a bar but just a place to eat and enjoy quality cocktails, parang ganun.
Oo. May hirit si Chef Josh sa'yo. Someone needs a haircut. Nagpa-haircut.
Hi Josh.
And
I messaged Josh eh. I saw kasi the interview with you, Anton, and Josh. And I was inspired, no, before watching Josh's video. Medyo I had anxiety attacks. I'm very very worried, stressful. Yung mga sinabi ni Josh, the insights of Chef Josh is very very important and inspired me to think of more ways to survive this thing. And I want to thank him.
galing, galing. What do you think about cloud kitchen? Do you think that would work for the restaurant and even the bar, selling cocktails, etc.?
Well, at this point, you really can't not do anything. Doing things is worth it. Kesa hindi ka gumawa ng anything. I think any plan, any strategy done the right way is helpful. You really can't say this won't work. No one has been through this. This is a new thing, and it's very it's wrong to say na it's not gonna work. It's also wrong to say this is gonna work. All you have to do is just do it, try it, and explore and improve. At this point talaga, very kailangan very flexible. You have to be very flexible. You have to be patient. You have to be um you know yung perseverance mo kailangan very
Mm.
very nandun eh.
Oo. Chef, yung sa poblasyon lang, I think it's nice to do alfresco. What's the discussion on the alfresco dining in poblasyon or in your other place?
Well, the alfresco is I think that is the recommended strategy, for restaurants or bars. But the, nangyari na experience ko kasi yan kasi we opened a rooftop bar in Poblacion, and it was like 80% alfresco. The hard part is we're coming into the rainy season. So yun yung problema. Yun din yung naging battles namin with the
Hmm,
alfresco part. Especially June, July na tayo, paulan na. And
oo nga.
80% of the time umuulan and wala din. Um, Yun lang yung hirap kasi we're in the Philippines. We're having this very temperamental weather, and it's a big factor also. And business wise, we've experienced it. It's very very hard na just to do al fresco.
Okay. And I know you still do a lot of new concepts. With COVID ba does that change your conceptualization for new concepts or new ideas? I'm sure a lot of people are considering transportation, deliciousness while in transport. So what are the other considerations you're doing now?
Well, a lot of people have been messaging and contacting me about opening a restaurant in this crisis. Now, I've been very
Oo nga.
respectful and respectfully turning it down. And kasi it's hard for me to help people wherein I know yung chances niya is very very slim. And and I'm just hopeful na matapos to and then we can resume back because it's hard to conceptualize a concept wherein you have to put all of this. Ito yung main source of business mo, and it's just it doesn't sit well with me opening a new business just for the sake of opening, lalo na ngayon sa times na to. But um you know very important din yung consideration, yung time of transport of food has to be you know good pa rin. The quality after the time na from cooking it to plating it to delivery, that's the most important part eh. How can people enjoy it in their home na quality pa rin siya, at least restaurant quality? Because hindi lang right now, kasi hindi lang yung food yung iniisip natin. um the How much do we pay for the delivery service as well, mataas na rin siya. So yun din yung dumadating as a guest, isipin mo yon. Normally, your average check on a normal meal is 300 pesos, and then your delivery fee nasa 200, so that puts you up to 500. Now, pag hindi ka pa natuwa, syempre, sama-sama na siya. So yun yung mga kailangan pag-aralan talaga. Parang bumabalik lang kami sa simplicity, make sure the food is done right and perfect. So that's the
Yeah.
most important thing.
And what do you think about yung 'di ba a lot of people are cooking at home about is that sustainable, the kits concept, and would you go into teaching people how to cook at home or sort of like that?
I'm actually very happy. Like, people are cooking, seeing people. I've the first part of the quarantine, people have been messaging na can you share recipes. That's why I did cooking tutorials, at least in my stories and Instagram. Um, Fun lang to see people cooking, cause like for me kasi food is really meant to be shared. Masaya na natututo sila, or they're learning to do something new, learning to master some recipes na favorite nila. At least, of course, that's very sustainable. Um, Yun yung pinaka joy of cooking kasi for me. But as a restaurant now, kung gagawing business, ang dami kasing, like, ang hirap. The internet is so crazy right now. I don't know. I just know it's really, really magulo. A lot of negative people, a lot of positive
Oo.
people. So, alam mo yun lang yung difference pag nasa, like, make sure lang you do things for the right reasons. Like for me, that's, we're in a hard situation. It's a hard time right now, and we don't need negativity. So just for me, if you're doing things, just do it for the right reasons.
Oo. How do you keep nga your motivation? Because I think some of your restaurants are closing, some of the or your friends have closing restaurants, some are fighting pa rin. How do you manage the stress of it all?
Well, I'm not one to say na, oh, de ganto yan, ganyan ganto yan. It's really hard. I've been through it. I am still in this, in this point of worrying and stressing about things. But at this point, I really don't have a choice but, to have your mindset there na kailangan positive lang siya. Because kung hindi mo siya gagawin, you'll end up just talo. You know, being positive brings you a lot of creative juices, and that's what we need right now. Creativity in terms of how do we execute this, how do we do this, how do we bring. It's still the same for me kasi it's opening a restaurant. Naisip ko lang din siya, how do we make the people happy, basically. So when we cook, when we see people happy, it's the same. So it's just a different ball game right now. It's, these are the situations, these are the circumstances, and we just have to be very, very hopeful, but expect for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah. What do you think would work out? The restaurants that are in the malls, or the standalone restaurants, or restaurants that are in the hotel? I know you have some consultancy there as well. What do you think will happen?
Well, the establishment that would win, of course, is whether their landlords are very, 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 very nice and understanding. So that's the biggest chunk of expense kasi in the restaurant industry. If your landlord is very understanding, well, not all, but I also understand they're in a tough situation, but that's the first point of thinking of strategizing. If your rent is attainable, if you can cut on rent, if you can cut on expense, you might be able to survive it. You just have to manage it really, really well. um Different cases talaga. I won't say anything to our landlords, because they've been understanding some, and we do understand if they don't understand, because they also need the money. So there, it's different cases, but you just have to manage the expenses talaga.
Oo. So just wanted to pull out loud the food at Locavor and Fire. Kamusta pala yung Fire? What's the plan for Fire?
We're still closed. Tough, very tough ka. Yun yung alfresco namin.
Oh,
So
yun yung mahirap, no? Oo.
yeah, pre-COVID, naramdaman na namin siya. Because of the weather, it's hot, it's open, it's raining. Very, very tough. It's hard enough to open a bar. And to have these factors also, and then dumating si COVID, talagang devastated kami. We don't know, you know, we just close it down for now. Reevaluate. We don't actually tinaasan pa kami ng rent ng landlord. Uh, so there, we're reassessing.
Mhm. Okay.
Not nothing final yet.
All right. And the how about naman yung mga nasa hotels? The hotels are heavily affected, 'di ba, than the restaurants, tama ba?
Yes.
Or
So we have this restaurant called Ovo, which we just recently opened pre-COVID also. Because we cater for the guests of Y2 Hotel in Poblacion. So ang maganda doon, they have a 85-90% occupancy pre-COVID. And then now, syempre, the hotels are also hit by this crisis, by this pandemic. So we just, talk and, negotiate, had a deal that, this can go on first. Let's stop operations first. So we closed down first temporarily, just, made sure our people is safe. Because it's a hotel, siyempre maraming interaction with people. But on the short span nung last month, nag nag-take in ng OFW yung hotel. Siyempre we cater to them,
mm,
yung food na yon. Maganda nun, we will be launching in a few weeks time. We will be launching a cafe there. Yun pa rin yung OVO pa rin yung food namin. But we're doing it also with 10 more concepts virtually. So para siyang cloud kitchen. We will be also having a bakery. Lahat talaga, as in lahat gagawin namin para mag-survive.
galing ah. I think I know you have a solid mafia of young chefs, 'di ba? Is this officially your first crisis in your career?
Well, marami, I've been through a lot. I don't know. I'm not sure lang kung it shows or it doesn't. I've been through a lot. Like I've closed down a lot of restaurants. I've opened a lot of restaurants, and it's not a nice feeling. I guess this is the crisis na hindi ko na-expect. Um, we're also not prepared. I guess if we could have prepared for something like this, it's gonna be something like that. And yeah, and ito yung isa sa mga crisis na sisimula hindi mo alam gagawin mo because everything's up in the air, everything's puro question marks eh. It's hard to answer, it's hard to provide a solution for problems that you know still unknown. So yun lang yung mahirap doon. Some kasi you can isolate the problem, be proactive. This one still it's a lot of question marks and it's really hard. And
Ah.
ang maganda noon yung nabuo kong team in each of every restaurants. Very very helpful. Parang pamilya talaga yung nabuo namin team. And I'm really really grateful for each and every member of our team sa mga restaurants.
Oh, so any tips nga doon sa organization mo? What do you think that worked well that other restaurants can maybe learn from?
Well, syempre treat your team as family. That's really number one. Help people who help you grow your business. Um, Yun lang naman eh. I mean, we're naturally hospitable. Pinoys are really like that. We're in the service industry. For me, we just don't serve our guests. We also serve our team members. So, dun ko lang nakita na very touching na they're there to help us also. They're part of the team. And tumutulong sila. They also, make sacrifices. We also make sacrifices. Ang maganda doon, tulong-tulong namin gagawin ngayon to survive this, and nothing's more pure and more touching than that.
Galing ah. So I'll pull up some comments lang. Vida said, yun nga, the Bod Bowl customizable is so easy breezy to make. We are having it for lunch again on Sunday. I think I really like the Mongolian concept. So we get a lot of we feature a lot of food no and kits in our awesome planet. But the Mongolian ang dali gawin eh, 'di ba? I mean it must be very hard to engineer that. And parang I think only a chef Kel can be able to think
Yeah.
about all those combinations, no? Um, we'll have Karen also said bad bowl is good. Taqueria 101. Kamusta pala yung Taqueria 101?
Yeah, yun yung mga isa sa mga tough na di namin alam talaga
Oh,
gagawin
hindi mo
kasi
alam kung anong gagawin. Oo.
the location is very hard. Very unpredictable. We haven't talked about it yet.
Oo.
Or we might have a meeting by next week. So, yan yung mga isa sa mga nasa utak natin.
Oo. So, chef, yung I know there was parang a lot of people wanted to be chefs for the longest years. Is this a good or bad time to be a chef to get into the industry?
Well, I would always recommend it's always nice to learn how to cook. It's always food is there. Food is always there. Food is a lifestyle. Now to be cooks, to be chefs, yeah, again, you have to want it. You have to, it's not easy. It's really, really hard. It's different. It's not for, I guess, in my opinion, it's not for the normal person. And if you really want to get into it, why not? I mean, if you really like it, if you really love it, and I guess at some point in your cooking career, you will make it because food is puso yan eh. Yun yung pagmamahal mo sa food. It will show kasi, it will really, really show in the things that you cook. So, might as just go. I support you.
All right. So we have maraming nagpapabate, kick sa kampo, and
Mga friends ko.
mga friends mo, marami sila eh. So anyway, okay. Ito, good question. Chef Kel, anong comfort food mo during the lockdown? Interesting question.
Well, anything home cooked kasi, like, di ba sabi nila, chefs are mahirap pakainin, they're very, very picky. Actually, baliktad kasi yun eh. Like, cooks and chefs, ang hinahanap lang yan, a good, decent, home-cooked meal. Mainit, luto sa bahay, luto ng nanay, luto ng lola, luto ng tatay. Yun yung favorite namin talaga. So, very fortunate kami na we, like, nung quarantine, umuwi ako sa house ng parents ko, kami ng wife ko, and then umuwi din kami sa house ng parents niya. And we get to enjoy, dinners, lunches, and dinners na home cook. So, yun yung mga isa sa mga fun parts ng mga na-experience ko ngayong quarantine.
Yeah.
So, like, favorite ko talaga yan, kalyos and lengua, yun yung mga paborito ko. Sinigang, adobo.
Okay. Have you tried any of the home cook mga deliveries and orders? Kasi the reason I'm asking is actually what happened in Manila or here in the South now, lahat ng mga may masasarap na recipe naglabasan, no? They specialize on one or two things that even restaurants cannot beat, and that might change the whole food industry altogether. What do you think about them?
Well, it's, parang ano yan eh, ang opinion ko lang dyan, what's happening right now is parang fiesta. Di ba, whenever you go to a kapitbahay or to someone else's house during fiesta, pinapakain nila yung specialty nila. So, like when we order, lalo na na-try namin yung sa Aurora's Kitchen sa Makati, they sell their kare-kare. They also sell, it's the same family who did the frangos. So they're selling their piri-piri chicken na talagang home style. And nakakatuwa lang na yung mga recipes nila na special na natitikman ngayon ng lahat ng tao.
Oo, galing nga. Can we have a photo? I know you have to go to to the mall. Can we have a photo lang? Okay.
Sure.
One, two. One more. One, two. One more and solo. One, two. All right. Maybe I know you have to go, but final word siguro, chef, to the whole industry or to your friends, to your customers.
Well, just to my fellow chefs, hang on, kapit lang tayo. Um, to people who are an inspiration to me, yung mga idols ko like sila Chef Gaita, sila Chef Josh. Continue to be an inspiration to colleagues and cooks and younger cooks. Continue to pave the way for the industry. Thank you for all the insights. For two fellow chefs, kapit lang, be positive. This is the time also wherein you can be creative, not just on fine dining level or whatever. You can also be creative in terms of doing takeouts. So it's a big challenge. So yun yung maganda. Challenge yourself. At least masabi natin na we get to experience this crisis and weather it. It will only make us stronger. To guests, please support yung mga small business operators, yung mga nagbebenta online. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all. It's really hard. No, it's positivity lang talaga ang kailangan natin. Like, to my friends, hi. To my family, hello. Thank you, Anton, for the opportunity. You have a really great platform here, and I'm inspired that you continue to use this platform to spread positivity. Nakakatuwa lang yan. Nahiya nga ako to do this interview kasi alam mo yun, I don't have the answers to this crisis, but yan, still hopeful.
Yeah, I think we don't have the answers naman talaga, and I think creating this conversation really helps diba? Ongoing conversation naman to, and we have to help the whole industry survive forward. Again, thank you, chef. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for here talking to us. And thank you for talking to us.
All right, thank you. So, makikita ba namin yung i-shoot mo later?
Pwede. Naka-live lang ba to? Pupunta pa lang ako dun.
Yeah, anyway, thank you. And tama rin yung mga sinabi mo And thanks for sharing yung kay Chef Josh. Kasi nga, I think it's a chain reaction di ba? Ngayon, we are doing this discussion. It would help another set. And then, ganun lang.
Sana talaga. Like, sobrang na-inspire ako doon. Ibang klase yung mga insights niya.
Oo, di ba? Parang zen lang yung first time yata lumabas din nun nung time na yun So, ngayon naman, wala kang problema going out? You don't have problems or?
Wala naman. Ngayon na lang. Medyo traffic lang lately, no? Parang walang quarantine. But, okay naman. Trying to visit the stores, thinking of ways, finding inspiration. I try to eat out talaga just to help restaurants also, magka-sales. As much as I can. Order, yun lang din talaga. Kasi domino effect yan If you don't support other businesses as well, parang baka mawala talaga yung dine-in, di ba? So, yun.
All right. Thank you. I won't hold you anymore. Thank you. Salamat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I know you're busy, so thank you.
Salamat.
Salamat.
Siyempre, may time tayo pa.
Thank